You are turning in 10 minutes of BPTV News brought to you by Bình Phước Radio, Television and Newspaper. I'm the one with the latest news update, and here are the headlines for today. Resolution number 22 affirms Vietnam's position in international arena. 39 automatic wastewater and emission monitoring stations installed in Bình Phước. President presents friendship order to outgoing Italian ambassador. Egg export to Hong Kong to resume. Integration in on-field must complement each other and be deployed smoothly and synchronously. Economic integration remains the focus, while all the fields must facilitate economic integration and contribute positively to economic development. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính made these remarks at a meeting of the Steering Committee for the Plan on reviewing the 10-year implementation of Politburo Resolution number 22 on international integration held on August 2nd.
After 10 years of implementing Resolution number 22, Vietnam has recorded many important results, the Prime Minister said, adding that the country has participated in different levels of integration, both bilaterally and multilaterally. This is an appropriate and timely strategic direction from the party and state, contributing to the country's major achievements of historical significance, he noted. Vietnam has officially taken part in peacekeeping activities and signed 16 free trade agreements. In 2022, the total import and export value reached $730 billion. The country's national brand value saw the fastest growth in the world in the 2019-2022 period, reaching $431 billion last year. The Prime Minister stressed the need to effectively, seriously, and fully implement international agreements and commitments, both bilaterally and multilaterally.
A survey team from the National Assembly Committee for Science, Technology and Environment, led by Committee Vice Chairman Nguyễn Tuấn Anh, has held a working session with the People Committee of Bình Phước Province.
The Provincial People Committee approves the appraisal results of environmental impact assessment reports for 56 projects in 2022. 272 projects were approved as having completed environmental protection works, and 22 were granted environmental permits. Industrial parks collected and treated wastewater under standards, and installed 39 wastewater and emissions monitoring stations that are automatically connected to the Department of Natural Resources and Environment for monitoring and control. In the first half of this year, the Provincial People's Committee has approved environmental appraisals on 7 projects and granted environmental permits to 54 projects. At the meeting, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Huỳnh Anh Minh, mentioned 6 groups of environmental protection solutions for the province in the time to come. He also asked the survey team and ministries and agencies to soon issue specific guidance on implementation mechanisms and policies in regard to the environment and public investment capital for environmental protection activities.
Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee Trần Văn My led a delegation from Bình Phước Province to the 2023 Ubon Ratchathani Candle Festival in Thailand.
The Candle Procession Festival is held on the days of Asal Ha Puja and Khao Phan Sa, Buddhist land. This is the largest religious festival in Ubon Ratchathani, with a focus on giant beeswax candles made for parades, entertainment, and meritorious purposes. It aims to show respect to Buddhism and is also an opportunity for local people to gather together to establish good relationships and share love and joy in the community. Congratulating the governor and people of Ubon Ratchathani province on this occasion, Vice Chairman of the Bình Phước Provincial People's Committee Trần Văn My conveyed a message from the Chairman of the People's Committee of Bình Phước province to the Thai sides, inviting them to visit Bình Phước at an appropriate time.
Moving on to the top stories around the country, President Võ Văn Thưởng on August 2nd presented a friendship order to outgoing Italian ambassador to Vietnam, Antonio Alessandro, who came to bid farewell at the end of his tenure.
The president thanked the ambassador for his coordination with Vietnamese agencies to make thorough preparations for his recent state visit to Italy, which he said contributed to the success of his trip. Ambassador Alessandro said that Italian President Sergio Mattarella had expressed his impression with the outcomes of the Vietnamese leaders' talks and meetings in Italy, as well as the Southeast Asian nation's dynamic development. Tung says that achievements in friendship and cooperation between Vietnam and Italy have been highlighted and emphasized many times in talks and meetings between the leaders within the framework of his state visit.
A delegation of the Vietnamese Ministry of National Defense, led by Deputy Minister Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, is attending the ASEAN Defense Senior Official Meeting held in Jakarta, Indonesia.
The 2023 ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting shows the commitment of Jakarta to bolstering peace and security in and outside the region, while reflecting the common commitment of ASEAN to strengthening stability and prosperity in the region. Addressing the meeting, Chen expressed his belief that the event will be a success, helping cement the solidarity and combined strength of ASEAN to flexibly and proactively cope with security challenges for a peaceful, prosperous and secure region. Delegates heard outcomes of the ASEAN Defense Senior Officials Meeting Working Group, the 16th annual meeting of the Network of ASEAN Defense and Security Institutions, and the 20th ASEAN Chiefs of Defense Forces meeting, as well as defense cooperation among ASEAN member states.
Thank you very much.
Vietnam's manufacturing industry remained in contraction territory in July, but showed some sign of stabilization as softer declines were seen in output, new orders and employment, while business confidence picked up, according to S&P Global.
The S&P Global Vietnam Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, released on August 1st, posted 48.7 in July, up from 46.2 in June. The fact that the index is still below the benchmark of 50 points, reflects that although Vietnam's manufacturing industry has recovered slightly, operating conditions are still deteriorating. Business confidence picked up to a 4-month high in July, but remained relatively muted. Firms hope that an eventual recovery in customer demand will feed through to renewed production growth, but remain concerned by the current challenges in securing new business. Despite the latest drop in production, firms were still left with unsold stock. Meanwhile, prices continue to fall, and supplier delivery time is shortened, as production capacity in the industry is not fully utilized.
The Department of Animal Health under the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has said that the Hong Kong Food and Environmental Hygiene Department had lifted its ban on egg and egg products from 3 provinces in southern Vietnam.
Farms and farmers in Bình Dương, Bình Phước and Dong Nai provinces are now eligible to once again export eggs and egg products to Hong Kong from August. However, such exports must be supervised and certified by the Vietnamese Department of Health under terms and conditions set forth by Hong Kong authorities.
The e-identification app VNeID was put into official operation for passengers on domestic flights at all airports from August 2nd after a 2-month pilot period.
Specifically, the Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam required agencies and units to apply the use of Level 2 VNeID accounts for passengers boarding domestic flights. For Vietnamese people, VNeID is equivalent to a citizen's identity card, while for foreigners is equivalent to a passport or international travel document. If passengers have not downloaded the app yet, they can still use other documents as before to check in. The Airports Corporation of Vietnam, airlines and enterprises providing check-in and boarding services were required to update the regulations on their aviation security regulations and programs and related documents. Earlier, the use of the app was piloted at 22 airports nationwide from June 1st to August 1st. It proved effective in helping many individuals who lost or forgot their personal documents.
And that has just wrapped up our bulletin today. You can rewatch this news on our mobile app BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Now, thanks for staying with us and see you next time.